I could have died cold-eyed and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. Welcome to episode 8 of the Super Happy First Frosty Party with Kiki and Mo.
You right.
Hang on, I'm having audio problems.
Oh, you're always having audio.
Ah, there you are.
There I am.
Yes.
Am I a real monster?
Yes, you are. And that show does not, did not age well.
No.
No. Tried to watch it on Netflix, then,
My monitor headset. Come on, you bastard. Give it. There we go. It's almost like I'm stupid. Just a little bit. There we go. That should work.
So hi, Bones.
I'm not dead. Yay.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say. I'm not dead yet. And apparently Kiki is sneezing.
All over myself.
Ew. There's goo everywhere. Let's try it. Let's try this way. Sorry, I'm trying to find a position where I can keep my glass of water and not, like, have crap all over my desk. Because I'm crazy like that. Crazy like a fox.
So you get your ass kicked by chickens?
Sure. Why not?
Grapes.
Oh, man, I just ate a whole bunch. They're so good.
Yes, they are.
So, yeah, I was really originally planning to watch more stuff today, but, I got called into work. Ugh.
Poor guy.
I know, it totally sucked. I was at work for like an extra 2 hours.
Ugh.
Normally I go in the evening after about dinner time, but I had to be there at 3 because some stuff came up, and I'm just like, I hate you guys. You totally suck. Although I am slowly making progress on the pile, which, makes me fairly happy. I finished freezing, which was interesting. I think you guys were. I think I was talking to you guys last night as I was finishing up the last couple episodes.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much a heartwarming tale of giant boobies. And seriously, that picture of that dog, like that's the face I made when the guy's like, "This was only a test. Now the real battle begins," and it like fades to black, and I'm just like, "What the hell was that?" I went on Wikipedia and I found out that the guy who said that is apparently the head researcher responsible for like all the crazy mutant girls running around with superpowers, and he's the main character's grandfather. I was like, so that explains a whole lot about the main character being superpowered as well, despite being a guy and not a girl with giant titties.
Boobies.
I've also started watching I've continued to watch. I'm only on, I think, episode 3 of 24 of what the hell was the title of that? Magical Project S, which is the old '90s era Tenchi Muyo magical girl anime with Sasami as like a average 4th grader. I've been watching it like in my spare time at work and school and stuff. It's fairly silly. The English is quite hilarious. The quote unquote dark magic girl that's her rival speaks in broken English, and it's just hilarious. You can tell that the voice actress has no idea what she's actually saying.
Probably not.
Other than that, it's been a pretty dry week for me. I was gonna watch Sorcerer Hunters, or start watching it today, but I got called into work, so I didn't get a chance to start it. Other than that, pretty normal week for a guy named Bones.
Sorry, I'm stuffing my face.
Oh, you're always stuffing your face.
I am suddenly ravenous.
Oh, did I hear you? I missed lunch, or I missed dinner because of the way what happened with all the craziness at work. A whole bunch of stuff trying to get done. I forgot to eat dinner, and so when I got off of work after getting everything done, I was like, "Oh my God, I am so hungry!" And I was gonna go for fast food, but I'm trying my best to eat healthy. So I came home and I was gonna make a sandwich, and then my my dad came out and he's like, "Oh, we went to Zantigos, which is this kind of like before there was Taco Bell's, there's this place called Zantigos in Minnesota that's like it's like Taco Bell. It's like if Taco Bell made better food than they do, but they weren't quite Chipotle. That's like Zantigos. They're like in the middle between like Chipotle style Mexican and like, Taco Bell style Mexican, and far up and away from Taco John style Mexican.
What is
Um,
Taco John's?
oh yeah, Taco John's started in I think Wyoming, and it's all over the Midwest. It's a taco place that basically competes with Taco Bell around here.
Well, how would I know that? I've never been to the Midwest.
Oh, that's not my fault. I think a good example in California is there's a place called like Del Taco or something.
Yeah.
Because like every region's got its like major taco chain, and then there's like Taco Bell that's just everywhere, and now Chipotle as well. Gotta remember when I never even knew what Chipotle was.
Well, I don't know if we have a Chipotle in town.
Another all over California though, because I remember Ozzy Osbourne on the Osbournes always used to get Chipotle burritos, and I thought it was hilarious to see like they'd see him unwrapping these gigantic burritos, and I'm like, dude, nobody eats a burrito that big. Cut to like 10 years later, and it's like, I love these burritos. Or I'm sorry, the correct answer is I love you everything burrito.
Yeah, there isn't one in town. I'd have to go to Sacramento.
Yeah. Well, you should petition the company to build one in your town.
I don't really care.
You should. Their food is delicious.
We have other places to eat tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Chipotle is more about their burritos. Their tacos are mediocre to put it best, but their burritos are amazing.
Well, we have a great local burrito place, so.
Yeah, well, you're in California where there are plenty of Hispanic Americans.
Were you trying to look for the PC word?
Well, I don't know if burritos are truly like a Mexican food.
They sell them at a lot of Mexican places around here.
I know, but
So
I
they're
don't.
at least an American Mexican food.
Yeah, because like every time I ordered a burrito from like an actual like one of our family owned Mexican places around here, it's nothing like any of like the American burritos I've ever seen.
Hmm. Well, if you go further north in California, all that stuff just kind of disappears.
Yeah,
Because apparently it doesn't reach the mountains.
good to know. Good to know.
Because around here, I can go to a gas station and find tortillas and stuff. When we moved to Redding, we had to go to like the big ass grocery store before we ever saw tortillas.
That's hilarious. That tells you kind of like the racial makeup of the population.
It is very white up there. White and Republican.
We have a pretty Minneapolis St. Paul has a fairly strong Asian population, mostly Hmong, but just Asian in general, and so you can find there are quite a few I guess you call it like Chinese grocers. So you can find or Asian grocers, I think is the better way to put it. You can find all this really weird Asian, ingredients. My friends constantly are making like stir fry and stuff.
Yeah, we can get that stuff at our local grocery stores.
Yeah, my town's predominantly I think it's like more than 90% white people, so it's pretty bland. We have a lot
Well,
of restaurants, just very bland as far as like grocery store items go.
well, we're a mixture of you live here so you can commute to the big city slash because we're next to the highway, a lot of people stop here, so we have a wide variety of stuff.
Yeah, we have one of the decent sized like state highways goes through the middle of our town, so we have like we have one of the few things that a lot of people in the Midwest die for. We have a White Castle in my town.
Well, that's also why we had, 4 Denny's.
Ow. That's the one thing we
We only
don't
have,
have.
yeah, we only have 3 now, but
We're like one of them like company owned, the other ones were franchises or something.
I'm not sure. But
For a while
apparently
we had like,
pull in enough people for it.
I guess, and then for a while we had like 4 subways in my town just because of the way it fell. I was like, oh my god. Now they're building a second McDonald's, which kind of just blows my mind.
I think we have 3 McDonald's.
But you live in a pretty good sized like city, don't you?
People who live here think it's small because we live next to 2 big cities because we're right outside of Sacramento,
Yeah.
and Davis is a big city too, and it's on the other side of us.
Okay.
But we're like the big city for all the farm towns around us.
Okay.
So we're not, skewed, but we're not tiny.
Yeah, you're like one of the cities that surrounds like Minneapolis, St. Paul here. Because Minneapolis, St. Paul is like it's not big in the sense of like L.A. versus New York, Chicago, that kind of thing. But like I think it's like 3 or 4 million people, and then like the next biggest cities are like 50, 40, and 35,000 people. So like they're big cities, but they're nothing compared to Minneapolis, St. Paul.
How big is our population?
Probably bigger.
What does...
Because where I live, it's only I think our population last time they checked it was like 20,000.
We have like... 2010 said 55,000, but estimated around like 65 to 70,000 right now. Because
That's a good sized city. That's like one of the
Yeah.
bigger cities around here.
Because a lot of people live here to commute to
Yeah, I can understand that.
because, well, it's cheaper to live here than living in Sacramento.
And I could definitely see that.
And I ate all the grapes.
Good job.
Well, there's another thing of grapes in the fridge, but that thing, I ate it all by myself.
You are a true connoisseur of fruity goodness.
Creepy.
Tentacle grape flavored soda.
I don't actually like purple grapes. I love artificial grape.
Yes. My parents have been buying a lot of green lately.
Green is good, and I think they're in season right now.
Yeah, that's mostly why.
Mm-hmm.
I'm big on red and green grapes. We don't normally get purple
Mm.
or
I
dark
really
grapes.
only like to eat anyway green grapes.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm far less ravenous now.
that's very good.
If we run out of stuff to talk to about that fast.
I really don't have that much to talk about tonight, unfortunately.
Mm, maybe we shouldn't do this every week.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I spent the vast majority of my day at school and then spent a much longer period than I was expecting at work. I don't know. You don't have anything to talk about? I mean, I could go on about other stuff, but I didn't want to make it all about me.
I don't know, talk about whatever you want to, and I'll figure something out.
You're breaking my balls, Hans. You're breaking my balls. So, how do you feel about fan service in anime?
Depends on the anime. Like, comedies and whatnot is perfectly fine, and obviously if it's meant to get your, engine running, then that's more than acceptable. It feels, in certain animes, a little bit out of place, like when it's really blatant, but it's a drama, so it feels like it's ruining the dramatic mood.
The dramatic tension?
Yeah, it's like, did the camera really need to be at that angle so I could see her underwear? Is that important to the story? They're great underwear, yes, but, someone's being stabbed. Come on.
I really like the way that Kaon treats fan service. like when Mio like trips over, like at the first big concert, Mio trips over her signal cord and falls ass out towards the crowd.
Yeah, and
And
what looks like a pair of panties when it zooms out is actually a bowl of rice, but it's
yeah,
implying that, you know,
she's
she just
wearing
showed everyone her panties.
yeah, it's implying she's wearing blue striped panties. So that design is also found on girls' panties in Japan. I
I
think
used
it's
to have a pair of panties like that when I was younger.
yeah. Like I felt like it was obviously very blatant and like freezing, but I felt like it was really well used because the whole thing was that basically the way that the girls beat each other was, tearing their clothes off. Well, it was basically dismembering their opponent, but a lot of that, like a lot of times that was far too, because the school they were in was, fighting between students was not allowed. That was really the way to, like, quote unquote, shame your opponent, was to basically shred their clothing,
Mm-hmm.
which is hilarious because I mean there was boobies everywhere. Cut to shock dog again. What? The OVAs were hilarious. They were just naked all the time. My favorite one by far is all the girls are naked in the bathhouse, washing themselves off, and they're talking to Satellizer, the main female lead, or the female lead, I should say. And there's nudity, there's full frontal nudity going around, and they're talking about the main male lead, and then he wanders into the bathhouse, and everybody turns bright beet red. It's the most hilarious thing ever. And there's the Baka Sinji moment where they're throwing buckets and soap and shit at him because they're having this big conversation about when, up until he comes in, the big conversation is when are the two of them going to do it. And she's flushing, like, she's flushed with blood, just like, oh, I can't even think about that. I haven't even invited him to my room. It's like, oh my god, what the hell am I watching?
So, you know the Resident Evil movies, right?
A
At
little
least
bit.
know of them.
I know of them. I've watched a
How
few of them.
they're kind of a bastardization of the franchise as a whole.
That's what I hear. I only really bothered to
As
watch.
they cannot keep continuity between films.
Oh no.
Yeah. Ignoring how much, just wrong in comparison to the game they are. It's a movie. It can do what it wants, but it can't keep its own continuity straight.
Like the continuity shifts from movie to movie.
Yeah. Like one movie, the planet becomes an entire desert because for some reason zombies do that, but the movie after that, they forget that, and the planet is suddenly
Whoopsie.
not a desert. Well, the writer, producer, director of that shit got his hands on the rights to do the Monster Hunter films,
Yeah.
which is another game franchise.
Yep.
Which, as I play Monster Hunter, and I know there's a vague plot there, slightly
Yep.
less vague, but it's not, that doesn't really lend itself to stuff. It is mostly go to town, get quests, fight monsters, get new quests, fight bigger monsters, eventually fight big monster.
Yep.
How is that a movie?
No idea. I think in my mind, the only like video game movie franchise that was really done well was Mortal Kombat, and only the first one. The
I
first
was
Mortal,
about to say only the first one,
well, Annihilation was just terrible.
and the TV show sucked.
Yeah, I remember I watched the TV show as a kid. I just thought, what the hell is this? Because I was basing my, you know, the first time watching it, I was basing it off my impression of the first movie. I thought the first movie was really good. I don't know.
It has its little problems, but yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a video game movie made in the, early '90s.
Yeah.
You get shit like Tomb Raider.
wasn't all that bad. It just wasn't good.
And of course, the Super Mario Brothers movie.
I love that movie because it's so bad.
The fungus is trying to take over the city. Dennis Hopper is King Koopa.
Oh.
My favorite line to this day is they're being processed at the prison facility, and the guy at the front desk asks them their names, and I'm Mario, and this is Luigi, or I'm Luigi Mario, and this is Mario. How many Marios we got here anyway? 3. Mario, and Luigi Mario. Mike, take these Marios around back and get them defungused. Like, as a 5-year-old, I thought that was the most hilarious line ever. There are 3. Mario, and Luigi Mario. So my giant final anime order from the middle of August is finally on its way to my doorstep, which makes me excited.
What was in that?
That was the Inuyasha $10 a season deal. They finally got it all together, and it's coming to my doorstep. Now I just need to get the movies, and I'll have everything. Well, and then in November when the final season starts coming out, it's just basically season 8. I also need to order the last part of Madoka, because damn it, I want to know how it ends.
Apparently, Funimation is releasing some Tenchi Muyo stuff.
Yeah, they rescued the series from Genion.
Good.
Yeah, so I think like December you'll be able to get the OVAs. I think it's like Tenchi in Tokyo and the movies.
Movie collection and OVA series collection.
Yeah, so you'll be able to get basically the first 2 OVAs, which is the one from like the early 90s, and then the movies. I already own them as Genion releases, so I'm not particularly interested. But there's a
I
lot
gotta
of
rewatch those.
I really think the first OVA series really holds up well.
It's been a while. I remember the dubbing being really good, but
That's always my thing to people. I'm like, this is proof that you could dub a show well with no name actors in like the early 90s, because they dubbed that in like 92, and
Mhm.
it's good. Like, it's seriously really good. Like, I remember as like a kid sitting and watching Toonami when that was on, and when I started before I found that set, I found way back years ago now, Genion had breadbox sets of Tenchi Universe and Tenchi in Tokyo, and the movie box set, and so I got those before I ever owned the original OVAs and some of the other stuff that came out. And seriously, of all the stuff that that from that conceptual universe, the original like 13 episode OVA is still my favorite by a long shot. It's much more dramatic. It's still a lot of the whole goofy, like after a certain point, it typifies the whole like all of the girls hanging out at Tenchi's house and fawning over him, but it's also got a lot of drama and a lot of like Tenchi being a badass, which you don't get in
Because
some
he
of
is.
the TV series. What now?
I said because he is.
Oh, dude, Tenchi Muyo to me is the very best use of the harem anime I think I've ever seen. I can't think of another harem anime that really did it for me.
Um,
Because Tenji was this whole like he wasn't a spineless loser, but he wasn't particularly interested in the girls. When the bad guys ask him, why are you doing this? You should be dead. Why do you continue to fight? He's like, I would rather die than forsake these women.
I can't really think of any off the top of my head.
I mean, you get stuff like they talk about like Shuffle, and I'm told I need to see. Oh God, what's that one? Rosario Vampire.
You don't need to see that.
It's not very good.
No, it's not.
Okay, I'll keep it in mind. I had put it on my wish list on Amazon for stuff that I was considering buying in the future, but I guess I'll put it farther down the list. I actually own I don't know, not very little, not basically nothing about it, but I have seasons 1 and seasons 2 and the movie of Saber Marionette. I don't have Plasmatic Crisis, but you can get it for like I think it's like $12 on Amazon, so I have to order that at some point so that I can sit down and start watching that. And I'm pretty happy about. Did I ever talk to you guys about the haul from last weekend? Stuff I found at half price?
I want to say yes.
I probably did. And anyway, point being is I found this anime like Armored Troopers Photom, and it was licensed and it wasn't dubbed because it's only in Japanese, but it was licensed by a very longly or a very uh, scratch that, reverse it. um, it was licensed by a company that has like long since ceased existing, called U.S. Manga Corps. You've heard me talk about that a couple times on here,
Yeah.
and I picked it up for $40. It was half off because it'd been sitting at that half price books for God probably 4 or 5 months all summer. I had seen it before the last time I'd been there, but I hadn't bought it because at the time it was 80, and I was like, I still had, the pile has continued to be absolutely humongous of stuff that I've bought and I'm waiting to watch. And I bought it because it was half price. It looked interesting. I got it home. It was eight, I think like 8 or 9 DVDs in a case that's made to look like you know what like the military ammo boxes look
Yeah.
like the hinged metal boxes with the clasps on one side. So it's made to look like one of those. I picked it up, and its only problem is that the hinge part had cracked, and so it doesn't quite close right, but you can get it closed. Went online. Last I checked, the cheapest you could find that was $500.
Ooh. Shit.
I paid $40 for it. The other killer one was I think you and I, like last week or the week before, I had been talking about I was interested in Subasa Reservoir Chronicles.
Yeah.
So I found what I thought was the first volume in like the season 1 box set, like the box for the set,
Yeah.
for $20 last weekend. I was like, oh, okay, I'll do that. So I got it home. I opened it up. It is the entire first season. It's all 6 DVDs together in the box.
You just
So
got really lucky.
I'm the man, apparently.
Apparently.
So I have just, basically my entire existence these last weeks have been, when I have time going out hunting for new stuff, but also trying to eat down the pile. It's kind of sad that other than school and work, that's where my life revolves around, but it's just like, I must watch more stuff so that my pile shrinks.
Mm.
But yeah, I was pretty excited to find that stuff. It was, it's always cool when you buy something for like, 40, $50, and then you go check online and it's going for, 500, 600. You're just like, oh my God, I got such a good deal. I mean, it's like the Kimagure Orange Road TV box set I found that's like, it's worth like $1,000 on the open market, and I still paid $200 for it, but it was like, a fifth. I paid a fifth of what I should have, and it's still waiting to be watched. I have to at some point sit down and start eating through it, but it'll be a while. And then what else? I found something called. I think I found an anime box set called for a series called Girls High that looked kind of interesting, so I bought that, and then an OVA that ADV put out, God, I don't know, probably 5, 6 years ago, called Birth. That That looked kind of interesting. That was the one. That was the one I showed you. And you said that ass looks so familiar on that cover.
Ah, yes. But when you told me the title, I don't think I've heard of it, but I might have just seen that ass somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was my whole thing. Was like, it's so rare that I find an old anime that I've never heard of. That's not something that's like a god awful, Garzy's Wing style. Garzy's Wing style, you know, show movie. I've made a point to collect a lot of those old like U.S. Manga Core, like Garzy's Wing style releases because they're just so funny.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading the synopsis for Girl Tie.
Yeah, let me know if it sounds interesting.
It looks cute from the cover picture.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. I think I paid like $12 for it. So.
Let's see, themes. Apparently a lot of fan service.
Yay! Fan service.
This is the end of part 1. You have been listening to the Super Happy First Amateur Tea Party with Kiki and Bo. I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all that was my heart got light. I only know when he began to dance with me I got a dance all night. I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high, and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. And I was young and unafraid, and dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unheard, no wine untasted. Continuing now with part 2. Welcome to the Super Happy First Amateur Tea Party with Kiki and Bo.
But it seems like your general, we're just getting into high school sort of thing.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a comedic slice of life anime about two girls who go to an all-girl high school.
Oh boy.
So, yep.
Gonna be a cat fight.
I'm gonna have to watch this.
The one thing that I've been seeing around that I really want to see get licensed and dubbed is oh my god, it's that it looks like it has an art style similar to Azumanga Daioh.
That was a good show.
Azumanga Daioh is amazing. If only for the episode where the girls are at the cabin on the seashore with their teachers, and the normally conservative one starts talking about her sex life, and the next morning they all wake up hungover, and the high school girls are all like, "Sensei, your advice was very valuable," and she's like, "What did I tell you?" She's like, "Everything," and the face just goes white. She's like, "Oh my god, the hell is wrong with me?" It's kind of adorable to see a bunch of high school freshmen getting all starry-eyed because their teachers talking about love, relationships, and sex life. What was I gonna say? I think the show I'm thinking of is called like Ninkanjo or something like that.
Oh,
I saw that if you go to Anime News Network and you go to like its encyclopedia page, you can actually, I don't know if it's Crunchyroll, but somebody's got it where you can actually watch the entire series.
yeah, I think it's Crunchyroll and Nichijou.
Yes, that show
Yeah.
looks so cool.
It is so hilarious. I do not know why people did not like it.
Well, apparently it was gonna get an American release, but then Bandai went started to shut down, and that was one of the ones that got stuck in limbo. So they're hoping that now that they're getting out of business completely, that somebody will be able to rescue the license.
I hope so, because
Because it looked like a good show. It looks like if they dubbed it, it'd at least get some support.
mhm.
Because that's always their whole thing now is that, will it sell in this country to the, small fan base that anime garners? That's one of those shows where it just seems like it's absurd, but it would be, you know, it'd be something that would, get a decent number of responses.
Yes, it is on Crunchyroll under My Ordinary Life,
Mm-hmm.
which I suppose is what it would be called. Well, at least Crunchyroll exists.
Yeah, it's something, right?
Mhm. And Netflix has a decent collection. And
Yeah, I'm told Netflix is actually not bad for anime these days. I remember the last time I checked years ago, it was like a couple years ago, it was like very limited what they were showing.
yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, you're gonna find a bit of variety, a bit of old, a bit of new. Maybe not necessarily what you're looking for, but there'll be something to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
Yeah.
they're gonna do a reboot of The Brave Little Toaster.
Why? What has not been done with that series?
Yeah.
I mean, half the crap that was, like old appliances that were his friends wouldn't even make sense these days.
Well, let's see. CG Film,
Okay.
and that's all it really says about it. Is that they acquired the rights and it's planning on a CG reboot.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I suppose you could slightly change its friends. I mean,
Yeah.
the concept of well, the general concept of the Brave Little Toaster still works today, but why not just show people the Brave Little Toaster?
That's kind of my point.
Oh wait, here's something. Has plans to update the 1987 feature to include more modern technology like the iPhone.
Yeah, whatever.
Like, there's going to be a sad iPhone 4 because everyone bought an iPhone 5?
Oh boy, iPhone 5, a slight variation of, you know, the last three models of phone, or four models of phone, I'm not even sure at this point.
I still don't have a smartphone. Not that my phone's dumb or anything, but I don't see why, the average Joe needs such a high tech phone. I go to a community college and most of the kids there have a big ass fancy phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then complain that their books are expensive. Maybe they wouldn't be so expensive if you didn't have that big ass phone bill to pay and, if you didn't use it all the fucking time in class.
But Kiki, status symbols.
That everyone has. Ah, I'm clearly just too old to understand.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just didn't really have much to talk about tonight. Usually I can go on for a long time, but tonight I'm just not much has happened.
Well, speaking of fancy phones, how are you enjoying your phone?
It's good. I like the Galaxy S3.
Which I kind of want, but I can't afford it, so.
Yeah, no, and the bill would kill you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my pay-as-you-go plan until I have that, what's-the-McCall-it, job thing.
Mm-hmm.
Have a reason for it, anyway.
Yep. Yeah, if I didn't get a deal on my phone bill, I wouldn't have my phone because regular price is just outright ridiculous.
Hmm. Looking over news articles and whatnot, trying to find things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
What is Amethyst Princess of Gemworld?
What now?
It's Cartoon Network has this section during the day called DC Nation, where they play like shorts and whatnot. One of their new things is apparently Princess of Gemworld Amethyst.
Gotcha.
It's sort of a Western magical girl.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I might have to watch this. There's quite a few shows on DC Nation I should be watching, but I'm not.
Oh crud.
Let's see. That's comic book news, so we won't talk about that.
It's way too warm in my office tonight. I wonder if my folks turn the heat on. No, it's not that cold outside.
I know that your computer makes noises, but it makes me laugh every time.
I just wanted to see the temperature on my little widget on the desktop. It is only 59 out, so they might actually have the air running. I'm just getting all like drowsy and shit because it's getting like roasty toasty in here.
Ooh, Metro 2033 might be made into a movie.
Crazy.
Sweet.
What the hell was 2033?
It's a book that was made into a game.
Yeah.
It's really good. Whole post-apocalyptic thing going on.
Yep.
You know, sitting around in Moscow trying to survive.
Gotcha. Let's try this again with the fan running. Hopefully, is the fan too loud?
No.
Okay. We'll go back to. I'll go back to the headphones. I was starting to pass out there. I was like, whoa. Okay, hang on a second. Getting a little too warm.
I smell popcorn.
Well, that's no good.
I think I ran out of news to talk about.
That's unfortunate.
Ooh. I didn't know that the Madoka films were going to come over here.
Yeah, apparently there's a lot of cities. I'm kind of surprised that my city's not getting a showing.
Well, San Francisco is closer than Los Angeles, but I don't want to drive to either to go see a movie.
Fair enough. Fair
I,
enough.
I hate limited releases because I'm in the middle of the fucking country and they're always in the big name, art places. And
I like how you say you're in the middle of the fucking country, but you're probably within, I'd say, 300 miles of San Francisco or LA.
Yes, we're actually very close to San Francisco. It's just a bitch to go up there. Because it's such an expensive ass city.
Oh yeah. No, I wish that Chicago wasn't the Midwestern city that's getting it. I would kill for a Minneapolis, St. Paul, theater to get a showing, and I would genuinely pay for the tickets. I actually did that for occasionally Funimation will put their movies out through that crazy ass thing that like all the big box theaters, like the multiplexes around here, do this whole thing with like Fusion. I want to say Fusion something or other.
Yeah.
You pay like a ridiculously high price for the tickets, but like then they have what would be like a limited showing, but then you get to see it on, you know, like a whole bunch of like all like all the AMC's and all of the I don't know like we have Marcus and Carmike, like all these big theater chains like around here will then like for the tickets will be like $15, but then you're guaranteed that as long as they get like at least 10 people who buy in, you'll get to see the movie on the like the one night it shows kind of thing. And if they said $20 for tickets for the Madoka movies, I would totally pay that just to be able to go to the nearest theater and watch it on the big screen.
If it was playing in Sacramento, I'd probably go see it. But
Well, it's not. It's playing in San Francisco.
I don't want to go to San Francisco.
Well, you're just gonna have to miss out now, aren't you?
Mm.
I'm sure it'll be another couple years, and they'll show up on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope Aniplex finds a way to do their releases for cheaper because they're starting to really kick my ass every time they come out with something. Because they're doing there's that show like I can never say the names like Badamangari or something like that. I keep hearing about it, like I keep seeing the title and people talking about it, and Aniplex is doing a release, but it's Blu-ray only, and it's like super expensive. I think like over $100. I'm just like, you guys are killing me.
Trying to figure out what anime you're trying to say.
Oh, here, I'll link it to you. I know that when they announced it, Right Stuff announced it as one of their big hot pre-order things or whatever. Where are you? Whoa, Serial Experiments Lane got a complete collection release?
Sweet.
What? Since when? Oh, it doesn't come out till November.
Oh, so it's getting okay.
Yeah, Funimation apparently did another license rescue.
I gotta watch Cult Academy.
I heard that's supposed to be pretty good.
Hmm.
Oh god damn it! That sale that I got the Inuyasha from, they've extended it for another 10 days. They must be trying really hard to like sell through their stock.
Please help us get rid of this.
We don't want it anymore. New Yotsuba graphic novel. Ooh, when does Strike Witches season 2 come out? October 2nd. Ooh, like 2-3 weeks. I'll have to get that when it comes out. Steins Gate is next week. Oh god damn it!
Is this what you're trying to say?
The hell is it? There we go. Yes, thank you.
That is good. And I can't really say it either. Bakemonogatari. No.
Bakemonogatari.
Yeah, there we go.
Um, did you see that? Did you see that the Right Stuff has acquired the Rose of Versailles?
Did it? Not at right stuff anymore.
What now?
I said, did it?
Yeah, that was their big announcement on a couple days ago on Wednesday. They have. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk away from the mic. I'm looking at my side screen, so I keep forgetting to look back to talk. Sometime in 2013, it's going to come out in 2 box sets. I'm guessing probably without a dub, but who gives a shit? Because it's the first time it's ever made it out. But anyway, point being is, I'm sorry, not NIS America. I'm sorry, Aniplex of America is doing November. They'll have a Blu-ray version of Bakemono no Matkare or whatever, and I really wish that they would do. I really wish that if they did, when they do that, that they would also do DVDs, because I'm totally cool with the Blu-rays, but that means I have to find a Blu-ray. I have to, in my case, I have to, go to one of the rooms in the house that has a Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
So I really like it when, like, Funimation, when you get a release, like Freezing had both the DVDs and the Blu-rays together in the same box, so you could, if you've got either. Because I mean, the Blu-rays are great when you have a big screen and stuff, but like a lot of the time, like smaller TVs, like in our house, most of our TVs are under 32 inches because we just don't, we don't need giant TVs, and so the Blu-rays aren't all that necessary. They're nice, but they're not. Like my TV in my room on my desk is an old CRT, and I've got a Blu-ray player in my computer, but I haven't bothered to buy the software, so not a whole lot of. At some point, I'm gonna do it, and then the Blu-rays are gonna be awesome because I can, when I want to watch stuff, I can watch it in HD. But I keep putting it off because I don't want to pay $80-$90 for software just to watch Blu-rays when the DVDs work, okay.
Yeah.
And that software is free because VLC you can get from anywhere. So that's always my issue.
So, I'm looking at the pre-order for the anime we were talking about on Right Stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently it didn't get dubbed, but okay.
Yeah, a lot of them aren't bothering to dub stuff anymore.
Well, I like the Japanese voices. They work well with the characters.
Madoka got a dub only because it was super super popular when it came out. This company really doesn't dub a lot of their stuff, and this show looks cool. It's just, I don't know, $150 is a lot of money.
Hmm. Maybe you should wait a while for that.
You think?
Yeah. Maybe wait and see if you can get that and the technical second season, the Nisi Monogatari.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, see if you can get that in like a collection in a couple years or something.
Yeah.
That'd probably
NES
be
hasn't
better.
done anything like that, but they say they're going to start like doing stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of like the Fate Zero box sets that are like $500. It's like, I'm a pretty serious collector, but even I'm like, dude, for $150 and 15 episodes, you want $150, and no dub, just the subs. Like, there's no cost value there. Like, I get that it's a popular show, but when you can get the same thing online for free by pirating, you're not offering something to a consumer to make them want to buy it.
I suppose.
I mean, forget all the cool little extra stuff. Just look at what you're actually getting in the show. And the average pirate is just going to say no. And I'm like, if you're not doing a dub, you're not like, I would have never bought Madoka for $75 a set if there was no dub. I would have been like, yeah, I'll just get the DVDs because no dub is just like, yeah, whatever. But because you get a dub and you get both the, you get both the Blu-ray and the DVD, it's a worthwhile thing to put money towards. UFO Ultra Maiden Valkyrie, seasons 1 and 2. Interesting. That's like an interesting show. There's a season 3 and 4 as well. Oh, different. I've heard of this show. I've never bothered to watch it. Got like 4 seasons, but just. Oh, there is a season 3 and 4 without the save. And. Oh, yeah, you can get it. Price.
You're gonna be selling Ray Zero.
Yeah,
It's a good show.
their December releases are ridiculous. I'm gonna be completely spent when December comes. They just brought that out today. I was looking at that. I mean, I want Shakugan no Shana season 2. I've heard Is This a Zombie is supposed to be hilarious.
I hope this doesn't mean that I won't be able to watch it on Netflix anymore.
What?
Well, sometimes when there's finally a big, like, you can get the whole season released, it gets taken off on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Because, they want you to buy it.
Well, who knows? There's a lot of stuff. I mean, I gotta get certain magical index parts 1 and 2. Shakugan no Shana stuff. Is This a Zombie? I'm gonna be, oh god, next 3 or 4 months. And I've really been relying a lot on like Funimation because they're coming out with a lot of like the stuff that was big in the last year or so,
Yeah.
and they're still doing dubs, so that's what I've been buying from, and they're actually still putting stuff in stores. So, like every Tuesday, I stop at Best Buy and take a look around and see if they've got the new release. I missed out on Shangri-La, which kind of made me sad, but I'll pick it up at some point in the future. That didn't actually make it into stores, so you have to order it. I've got so much other stuff to watch that I haven't been ordering anything the last couple of weeks. I've kind of hit this zen point where I'm just like, I don't want to order anything more, via online stuff until I, eat down my pile. Yeah, I know it's hilarious, right?
You'll get through it, right?
Someday. Well, and now that Inuyasha's showing up, I'm gonna have a huge backlog to get through. I think that's like a good 160 episodes.
I don't remember how long that show is.
Well, it's 7 seasons, so I'll just say 26 episodes times 7 gives you a general idea.
Yeah, roughly.
It's kind of like last Black Friday when or not Black Friday, the Cyber Monday after Black Friday last year. Right Stuff had their big Cyber Monday sale, and I bought all of Ranma one half at $20 a season. You want to talk about feeling silly? Drop $150, buy it, you know, all of Ranma, which I'm glad I did because now it's out of print. There's so much stuff I wish I could send myself money into the past to buy stuff.
That would certainly be a good use of time travel.
It'd be a great use of time travel. Hey kid, bet on the Red Sox in whatever 2010. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be like the plot of Back to the Future Part 2. Take a sports almanac from the future into the past and just pat on all the teams. So did you see the Black Mesa came out today?
Yeah, it was all over my Google Plus.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I haven't been able to get very far because it freaks me out, like all the like the monsters and stuff. So I'm only like maybe an hour or two into the game, maybe not even that far. Yeah, I know I'm a big chicken shit.
It's okay.
No, it'll never be okay.
I mean, this is cool and all, the recreation of the first Half-Life,
Yeah.
but you know what I want?
What?
3. Yeah.
Well, Black Mesa wasn't made by Valve. It was made by a fan group.
I know, but that just reminds me that,
Well, you
unless you,
don't you don't know that they're not working on 3. It'll be amazing. Just give them time.
well, at least
You know,
they gave us Portal to
you got
get.
to remember that there was like a 10-year gap between Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2.
I want to play.
You'll get to play, after you finish college, like 2015. I don't know why you're laughing.
The fact that you think I'll be done with college in 2015.
If you're not, you'll be a massive, massive, massive winner.
Well, because, California doesn't have any money. The
Oh,
the year we were thinking about transferring, we might not be allowed to transfer. So it means we might have to dick around for a year.
wait a minute. You can't transfer because California has no money?
Mm-hmm.
How the hell does that work?
Because there'll be a freeze on transfers. Because because we
Okay.
because we'd be going to the state college.
So apparently your state just sucks massive, massive balls
Gotta find ways to save money somehow.
by not allowing people to go to school.
Hmm. Well, not allowing a new influx of students.
That's one way to nip it in the butt.
I mean, it might be, down the road, it might be they're only allowing X amount of students to transfer per year, but
Only if your GPA is above a 3.8 can you transfer out of community college. Otherwise, you're a slave.
I don't know. We'll see what happens when the time comes.
I'm just glad that I should be graduating at the end of this semester. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but at least I'll be done.
Find a job in your field, hopefully.
Ha 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 ha. That's a joke.
Even though I keep meeting people who have these, really extravagant degrees and do absolutely something that do something that has absolutely nothing to do with their field.
Push this button. Walk over here. Push this button. I'll stare at the screen. Now push this button. I've got a doctorate in quantum applied physics.
Oh, mm,
Gordon Freeman in Half-Life 1.
yeah.
He's got a PhD in quantum physics and he
Pushing
pushes.
a
Yeah,
cube. Yeah. This is a good use of my degree. Pushing things. Clearly that's his job because he's the mute guy.
indeed.
Oh yeah. China, Japan, and I think South Korea are fighting over some islands.
Yeah, they've been at that for a while.
Yeah, it's, started to matter enough for people to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
And my local news is trying to scare me about the West Nile virus.
Don't catch West Nile, you might go crazy.
Because, one guy died.
Well, I mean, it can have some pretty nasty long-range repercussions, but it's also variable we don't know yet.
Well, I'm not, I'm saying, it was one guy. Not 20 people. One guy.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're in a panic. Oh, I'm sorry. One dude and 18 dead birds. Okay, they're allowed to panic a little. Oh, no, the one dude went to 3 dudes. Okay. I'm not going outside. I don't think there's really anything important going on this week either to talk about. Bones, are you still there?
This is the end of part 2. Thank you for listening to today's episode of the Super Happy First Frosty Party with Kiki and Rose. I had a dream my life was be so different from this hell I'm living. So different now from what it seems. Now life has killed the dream I dreamed.
I apologize.
What happened?
I just nodded off for a minute.
Okay. I can stop panicking now.
I apologize. I very badly apologize. Wow. You were talking and I was listening, and then I started thinking about, oddly enough, the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the Candy Wonderland scene from Willy Wonka, and then I was there and I was like, that's not right, and I could hear you in the background going, Bones, Bones, and I'm going, oh wow, I'm dreaming. Wake up.
Oh, okay. I think my heart rate can go down now.
Sorry, I've been awake now for over 18 hours straight.
Okay. I'm gonna let you go then, and this will just be a short episode.
I think we can do that for once. We've basically covered everything that we really needed to cover tonight. We can
Okay.
always, if we think of something that we really want to talk about, we can always pick this up some other time soon. Now watch, we're gonna finish off, and I'm gonna have get hit by insomnia, and just be sitting here going, "Oh my god, what the heck?"
Okay.
That would be really funny. Oh my god, that'd be so silly.
Okay. Good night, Bones.
Good night, Kiki.